Hello, this is Jeremy from Core Invest Institute. Simple yet powerful techniques for smart stocks and safe options to hedge and profit from investments. To share a bit about myself, I'm Jeremy, the 2 meter investor. I'm an author, husband, investor, international speaker, as well as entrepreneur. Before I share the topic regarding about investing today, I'll just put some disclaimers where what we are going to share is based on my opinion and for education purposes. So do not use whatever I share today as part of your investment decisions. So to start off, I would like to share with you from a very famous guy who created the Ford car, Henry Ford. Two classes of people who lose money: those who are weak to guard against what they have, and those who win money by tricks. But end of the day, they are both lose in the end. So why? So why do they lose at the end of the day? So this, I hope that this maybe triggers something in your mind. And for me, what I feel that is there are certain things going on with many investors out there, and a lot of people do not try to start, or people start by not doing it correctly, and people become fearful. And why is it become fearful? So because number one is that probably their parents lost a lot of money. So are you in a situation where your parents lost a lot of money and tell you that investing is very dangerous, investing makes you lose money, so don't invest, right? Because I lost money before, right? If I'm the parent, I lost money before, I do not want you to lose any money, so don't invest, okay? Be safe. Next type of people is that friends lost money, and like your friend, like say John, and say John lost a lot of money, and John says, hey, I have lost a lot of money, okay, so don't do it, okay? And then there are people who watch the news in the market, and there's a lot of negativity, like Donald Trump sending tweets here and there on tariff. The market is not going down. People say correction. People say that market is going to crash, and so forth. Like so many things happening, and because of negative news, right? And you do not want to invest, which is something that it's um, not right, because if you understand about investing, right, all these negative news are something that you want to take note of, but it's not something that you want to make use to make decisions. And then there are people who are personally fear of losing money. It all comes down to whether you yourself understand who you are and what kind of person, of what kind of investor you are. So if you are the kind who use emotion to invest, and that is where the fear kicks in or the greed kicks in, right? That's where people start to lose money, because like, oh, well, the market is going down, I faster sell, oh no, before I lose out, then there are certain people who are, we call it fear of missing out, FOMO, and then they start to be greedy and want to invest in. So there are people who are very fearful, and there are people who are very greedy, and people who are fearful, they tend to put money in the bank and let somebody to manage. But you see, even you let somebody manage, like my parents, I give you an example. My parents, they let the relationship manager of a bank to invest. At the end of the day, they still lose a lot of money. No, I've been through all these processes, why I can share with you that or even many investors out there also can share with you that even you place money with other people doesn't mean that you'll make money. And then the last one is that a lot of people think that investing is gambling or speculative, right? So investment is only gambling and speculative is because that you do not know what you are doing. That's what Warren Buffett say. Risk comes from not what you're doing. And because of that, you think that, okay, this company is do well, or somebody told you that this company can do well and can make you a lot of money, and that's where greed comes in. You start to gamble and speculate, oh, this company is going to do well. So this is what happened to dot-com crisis and many other financial crises out there. And the most recent one, even for cryptocurrency, like the Bitcoin cryptocurrency problem, it went up all the way to 20,000 USD, and then it all dropped down to about 3 to 4,000 USD. So you see, it's all about gambling and speculating, because do you know what exactly is behind the stock market? Do you know what exactly is behind? So today I'm going to share with you that many investors are looking at that, and how can we solve this? So can I ask you this question? what kind of challenges you face, right? This is something that I would like you to think about. What kind of challenges? Is it that you do not know what to do? Um, you have heard a lot of things and you do not want to do it because you are afraid that things might happen, bad things might happen, you may lose money. So what is the main thing? So for me, what I heard from a lot of people is that they do not have the knowledge and skill sets to do it. And because of the knowledge and skill set, right, they do not want to do it, right? Or some of them is because they are too lazy to do it. They do not want to study it, they do not want to make it happen, right? So these are some of the challenges that many of my friends or maybe yourself also think of it, that it's a challenge to you, that investing is difficult, investing is hard, is scary. So I hope that after this video we can actually share some light on it, that actually investing is not fearful. It's only a matter of fact that do you have the knowledge and skill set to understand. And now today with data analytics and technology, you don't have to spend a lot of time doing research. Why? Because with data, with the internet, with so many informations out there on Google or Yahoo or many other websites, you can actually get informations very quickly. So we as core investors, we feel that there's this gap between investors and non-investors, and the gap is information, research. And to be honest, last time I spent a month to find one company, but now I spend less than 15 minutes. Why? It's because I understand that technology now helps a lot. I do not need to read like many financial statements now. All I need to do is use a mobile application and then do the research. So that's what I want to share. So the learning objective for this video is to let you know that what is core investing methodology about, how to look at fundamental analysis, as well as use the LOI GEMS LOI, which is I'm going to share you the mobile app GEMS system, GEMS, how to find GEMS. So this is how it's going to go. This is the app itself. You can find in Android, and it's a web app. You can, if you don't have a phone, you can use a computer. I believe everybody has a phone. You can do a scan over here to download the app itself. For excuse me. So for Apple phone, unfortunately, it's still not on the Play Store. So you can use the web app on your computer or even on your phone. It's also fine. Okay. So what's the difference between the different methodology behind? So just want to share that I just want to compare with one called value investing. I think many people have heard before. And value investing is that Warren Buffett's methodology, where you want to buy companies at its intrinsic value, buy a discount and margin of safety. But one thing about value investing is that you need to research a lot. You need to understand the sector. You need to understand the company. A lot of circle competence required. What I mean by circle competence is like I say, if you study in finance, do you know about engineering? If you study about healthcare, do you know about oil and energy industry? So you see, this is all like circle of competence. How much do you understand about the sector that will potentially affect the company? All right. And also, value investing requires a lot of estimation. I mean, if you are not a professional investor, how will you know that this company will grow at a certain percentage, right? Even we use past data in the last 10 years, and then try to estimate the next 10 data. But after that, at the end of the day, the market doesn't go according to what it is. I mean, I've been doing that for many times, and uh, I lost quite a lot of money because of that. And I cannot invest in a lot of companies because I need to wait and wait, and I buy and I hold. This is a very good strategy, and it's very good strategy when the market goes down, when there's a correction, and now the market is so expensive. How can we do value investing now when it is so difficult to go into a good company with an affordable price? That doesn't mean that value investing is not good. I believe in value investing. I love value investing. It's just that value investing can come in later, right? That can come into later part of the strategy, where we now first compound money, save money, so that when the time is right, when the market really crashes, and companies are cheap to buy, then use value investing method. But what about today? So today, what can we do to actually invest safely in the market. So for me, my team itself, Core Invest Institute, we came up with this methodology called Core Investing Methodology, where we make use of famous gurus, even Warren Buffett and Joel Greenberg, to actually filter companies and research companies based on their formula. So again, I want to emphasize the research that we're going to share with you today is regarding about two famous gurus. It's not done by me or my team. It's by two famous gurus. One is Joel Greenberg, one is Warren Buffett. And that is where you can see on the pros, there's no circle of competence required, no estimation required. We use data analytics from big data to presentable data for you to see so you can make your decisions. All you need to know is whether what are the numbers and ratios make sense to you, right? What is the story behind? So I'm going to share with this all later. And you can consider even the current economic changes and relevancy for today's market to make your decision. So research is not just only based on the company itself. That is just a small part. You also need to look at the surrounding of the companies, what is affecting the companies, what is going on in the market itself, what are the political impact on the company itself. So all these things you can read from news, understand, and listen from the radio. Money FM is a good one, and yeah, you can do all those. And but the cons of this core investing methodology is that it doesn't really require a lot of knowledge of the company itself. So you have lesser data, lesser knowledge of the company. You don't really know the management, lesser valuation analysis. So these are some pros and cons here. So you can read from the slides that I have shared with you and understand more about what can we use today and what we can use in the near future. So this is my strategy. What I want to do is that I want to use core investing methodology now, and in the near to compound money first, okay, and then after that I'll use value investing methods to invest in those companies, good companies only with intrinsic value and at discount rate. So don't get me wrong, value investing is very good, but what can we do now to actually use a safe investment strategy now so that we are safer and we can protect ourselves from losing money. Okay, so I want to share with you this core investment methodology where we want to understand what kind of investments we are looking at, what kind of stocks. So I just want to introduce to you. So you have already downloaded the app. That's great. Okay, so I'm going through this step-by-step process where I'm going through the website to share with you how it looks like. And yeah, so this is how it looks like over here. This is the web app that you can see. Let me make it nicer for you. Yeah, so you can see this is a very social research app that is basically something very easy to see. We want to make it simple. We want to make it very easy for you to see. I do not be very scary. Like very cluttered with a lot of information. Like many other research app out there, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and all that. We do not want you to be like, the first impression to say, wow, so I've got so many things to read. So we want you to actually feel comfortable with looking and researching. So this is the page where we have already registered. So if you have not registered, please register. You can use your Facebook account to register, or you can sign up using your other emails and password to go in. And once you have registered, you can see um, the computer over here, where I'm going to introduce a few things, and you can actually use it yourself. And I hope that after presenting this content to you, you can actually use it at home and research and be safe. So this app is free for you to download, and it's free for you to use. We have a premium function there. That's only when you want to find companies quickly using our gem ranking system. Okay, so this is the page where you can go to the menu and you can see the different things that you can use on the menu bar, where we have tutorials, guru videos, portfolio planning, investment pal. This investment pal is something that you can use, so that, say for example, you prefer like a somebody tell you something every day, like a quote, like hey, make informed decision, investment decisions to financial freedom, that kind of thing. So you can actually choose who you want, and those cute characters, so that make it very approachable for you. And another thing I want to emphasize is the user page. This is where you have signed up, and then it depends on you whether you prefer to research companies by the ticker or by the name. So if it's by the ticker itself, right, then you can type, like for Apple company is called AAPL. But if you want to use by name, then it will be APPLE spacebar INC, Apple Incorporation. Then you can research, okay? So what do I mean is that by name, again, is APPLE, by ticker is AAPL, which is the ticker symbol for Apple itself. So we talked about Apple. I'll just share a bit about Apple, and then we can do some search, okay? So we have this search button over here at the bottom, bottom of this screen here, to share with you the where to start searching companies, okay? So you can click here as what I share with you, the ticker symbol AAPL, and you can see that this thing come up. You have to click it first, and then you see Apple INC, and then you find. So you click find. Find already, you can see, hey, this page over here, you can see this graph over here. From the graph, you just get a very high level kind of look over here and see, hey, now the Apple price is at 208. It actually went higher before. It went down, and then it went up. It went down, then it went up, then went down, then it's going up again. Yeah, so it's kind of pretty at a high price now. You just want to have a pinch of salt, getting to understand this graph itself to tell you, hey, Apple is pretty expensive now. And then after that, we even have the technical indicators. People are looking to buy in 1 month, and people are looking to buy in 1 day. So you can click this button over here to see what to do, what people are looking at. This is not based on us. This is based from TradingView, and it's something very interesting that these gurus are looking at. And one thing that is very important is to look at news, right? Like see Donald Trump again, tariffs escalate, China's trade war, so and so forth. These are good information, and it won't take up a lot of your time. You just need to click, and then read the news and understand more about what is going on over here. And you can see Donald Trump face and all this. So I just click back, and then we go back to the Apple itself. So one thing that I want to emphasize more on is this called the more fundamental data. And this more fundamental will actually share with you what's going on with this company based on the quantitative aspect. What I mean by quantitative? Quantitative is based on numbers, where the company, whether it makes money, or does it have money to pay up dividend, or is it making a loss, or is they borrow a lot of money, and so on and so forth. So I go back step one by one. So we have the GEM formula over here, which is great return 77.71%, and so on and so forth. So if you see it's green, it means it's good, red is not good. And you see money value 0.36, the lower the number, the more expensive it is. So this is very expensive now. And it's a combination of good companies at fair value. So good companies is great returns, where companies actually make money quarterly. It's a quarterly data basis, and per quarter they are making 77%, which is pretty good. And excellent earnings is that they have positive cash flow, which is positive, which is good. Dividend, they are giving 1%, not interesting at all. For Singapore, it's a good, because it will be better because Singapore provides better dividends. And then we can see over here, like market cap is about 9 to 6 billion. And technology firm, industry is consumer electronics. PE ratio 17.7, close to 15, which is nice number. PEG 1.43, you want to be less than 1. Portfolio margin 20% above is good, but we are looking at 30% will be better. Operating margin as well. And ROE, fantastic. ROE is basically the returns on your equity. When you invest in companies, it's equity. You are holding the shares, and the return is 52.69%. Pretty good. If you are investing in the assets of company, you want to look at ROA 11.19, not fantastic. Earning per share pretty good. It's not more than zero. It's positive, means that they are earning money. And the most recent data, this is something that you want to take note of, which is what we share with you. The data is always updated according to quarterly. Whenever they have earnings, they have to file with the SEC in US. And then we'll get the data, we make it presentable for you to see over here and June 29 over here. So now it's September that I'm making this video here. And this is the latest data. And you can see the earnings per share, the operating cash flow, the EBIT, and the debt itself. So if you do not understand about all these ratios, please go and research Google and find out, like, say for example, like here, right, what is PE ratio? See what is PE ratio, and then they tell you that, oh, PE ratio, what is a good PE ratio? I love Investopedia, so you can go and look at that, you know. So you see, generally high PE ratio means that investors are anticipating high growth. Current average P ratio is about roughly 20 to 25 and so forth. Please go and read it. Very interesting to understand more about all these things, like how it affects the company. And current ratio and debt to equity is they have some debts, but not nothing to be worried about. And basically, Apple provides so many other things other than your MacBook and your iPhone. You know, there's so many things like iTunes Store, iCloud, and many like playing music, games, and so forth. So there are many things here. So researching don't have to be very difficult. First of all, you want to understand what exactly this company is doing by looking at company description and understand some numbers over here. Are they making money or are they losing money? Are they borrowing a lot of money or are they losing? Are they able to pay back? You know, so the debt is 0.14, which is good as long as it's less than 0.5. Current ratio more than 1, which is good. Current ratio is like your current asset divided by current liability. It's like your cash. You have $50 and then you owe the bank $100. That is 0.5, which is not good, right? You want to have $100 cash to pay back $50 of the loans that you have made. So current ratio is for short term within 1 year. Debt to equity is like 1 year and above. So you want to see these numbers, that you do not want companies to actually borrow too much money and they are able to pay back whatever they have borrowed as well as the interest. So you see, these are the informations that you can see just based on less than 15 minutes using the red light, you know, green and red to understand this company, to share with you that these are the things that you can look up, and the ranking system will comes in. So this is the gems that I'm talking about, GEM. Again, I'm to emphasize, based on the gem formula, based on Joel Greenberg and Warren Buffett, we actually came up with this very, very powerful app that we can help more investors out there to research safely, research and then invest safely. And you can see there's a 7 over here, means that I'm looking at this at a watch list. So you click here, it become in your watch list. You can always look at it back again later when you want to research more about Apple. So since this is what you can do with this app itself, and it's free for you to use, under the search, again search, click on what kind of ticker, what kind of company is it. If you do not know what is the ticker code, you can always say like ticker code for Google. Ticker code for Google. Yeah, there you see here, GGOGL. So this is Google, right? So you copy and then you paste and then yeah, it comes out again. That's the name of the actual company called Alphabet. Okay, and then you search again and do find and then continue to do your research. Less than 15 minutes, you'll be able to identify whether this company is it worth to look at it now. See, now it's at 1190.53. Latest news for Google, you can take a look over here again and see these are the things. It's a step-by-step process. First, look at the chart, look at the T indicator, look at what they do in the news, look at the fundamental data, then you see you want to make a decision to whether you want to invest or not. Okay, and then after that, I'm going to share you the gems. So this is the gems where this is the premium services. You'll be able to see this. If you don't have the gems, you cannot see this. It's a very affordable system here, where it's a dollar a day, a dollar sync a day 20 days in the 20 working days, right? Then it will be $20 only. That's all. So based on this, we can search now on US, Hong Kong, Singapore. We are looking to put in Malaysia companies here, and you can based on the large cap, mid cap, and small cap. And you just hover it, you can see what is market cap now. More than 10 billion of market cap is a large cap, So you can filter based on the countries, based on its capitalization, and then you can also filter based on the sector itself, like healthcare example. And then you can see, hey, these are the companies here that you can look at to start to do your research to identify, hey, what kind of industry you like. So if market is going to crash, right, I'll prefer to look at defensive companies such as healthcare, consumer defensive. If the stock market is doing well, I would like to look at technology and finance company. So you actually can put your money here and there. You don't have to invest in Apple means you have Apple forever, that kind of thing. When Apple goes up all the way, you want to say invest. When market crash, Apple will drop. You put in the money into something else, something safer, right? So for this, unfortunately, they don't give the data here, but there are other things like more fundamental data that you can see, which is very good for you to understand. Okay, so this is based on GEM system. GEM actually helps you to rank the system accordingly. There's 6,000 to 7,000 over US companies. How can you one by one research? Even for Singapore, there's more than 400 over companies. It's also very hard to identify which are the good ones unless you know how to identify and research, and you probably take a long time to do your research. And this is based on the formulas from the gurus again, and this is where the GEM system can help you to identify companies based on US, Hong Kong, or Singapore, based on its capitalization, based on its sector. What do you want to research on, and then how can you invest? Okay, so again, you can even put into technology. What are the uh, uh, most recent technology firm that can help you to grow your money? Maybe you can even find hidden gems in here. So this is the gem system here. If you have any questions, you can always go to social at the bottom here. This social button can actually tell you like people will be asking questions here and there, and you can even ask and we will receive the notification and we can give you a reply. We also have a gamification function here that we host half a year once, half a year or once a year, where you can actually play some games and understand how investing can work for you. Now let's go back to the watch list. From the watch list here, you can see the top market mover. You can see S&P 500, which is the top 500 companies in US. They are tracking the index. STI is the Singapore index. We're going to add in more indexes here. Top market mover, top market news, fear and greed index, safe, and so forth. And all these things will help you to identify good companies. So just now, do you remember that for Apple, we want to click to save the ticker list, right? To research again. So this is what will happen. Do you see over here? Apple, yeah. So Apple is here that you can continue to look at it once you have clicked the plus button here to save your watch list. Yeah. So what I want to share the summary of today. Okay, the summary for today is that basically you understand over here DISCK. This is the chart that you want to see based on a high level understanding of the market. What is the market price now? And then you want to do your research to understand whether this company is it good to invest or not. So if your friend tell you, hey, so and so, maybe Alex, this company is very good, invest. What is the first thing you should do? First thing you should do is that, hey, then you can ask this guy called Alex. Hey, Alex, um, what's the ticker code of this company? Then I'll do my own research. Then I'll let you know whether is it a good company or not. And then you see you have this free app for you to use. You do the search. Say for example, this company called Disney. The ticker code is DIS. This company is very good. So you can go into the app itself and go and read at Disney whether are they really doing well. And then you can even tell Alex, hey Alex, what is the PE ratio for Disney? Alex, are they making money or not? Are you sure they are making money? Do you want to invest in companies that are not making money? Right? From then onwards, you see, you make informed decisions. You understand that you have the knowledge now to tell people who advise you or share with you about certain companies. So you can even research by yourself to understand how good the companies are, and then you make your decision whether you want to invest or not. So based on this, you also can get to see news. News is very important because news affects a lot of companies out there. So I really sincerely hope that you read all these news to understand more about the what is happening within the companies that you are looking to invest in or you have already invested. Okay, so if you want to know more about how to invest safely in the market, what I've just shared with you is the GEMS formula. I have shared with you what is core investing methodology, what are the fundamental analysis by looking at all the different ratios. And I really hope that you can start looking at these companies in your mobile app or on your computer. You know, now everybody has a mobile app and it's so easy to research now with data analytics and technology. I really hope that you can use this app and find out all those good companies and understand more about it before you even start investing. So this thing I want to share is that from the bottom of my heart, okay, before you make any investment, first ask yourself, do you think that you love your family and you love yourself? If you do that, then you will think of them first, think of yourself first before you start investing. Why? Because if you love yourself, you do not want to gamble or speculate. You do not want to lose money, right? You want to make informed decisions. You have the right knowledge and skill set to invest safely. This is where you get back your money. When we invest in the stock market or options market, what we want to do is to actually earn money, not to lose money. As what Warren Buffett says, the first number one rule, never lose money. Number two is that follow number one. So if such a famous guru in investing already saying that, why are we not following, right? So again, I really like to emphasize from the bottom of your heart and my heart, before you invest, think of your family, think of yourself, make money, don't lose money. All right. So thank you very much. If you want to know more about us, my website is there, CoinVest at ME. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. Give me an email, give me a WhatsApp. All right. Anywhere in the world. If I can answer you, you know, that would be great. And you know, we can always make friends and you let us know your opinion on this app itself. How can we improve the app? How can we improve your user experience? This is still on a very initial stage. We want to grow it further. Please do let us know how we can contribute to your investment journey. So thank you very much, and we see you in the next video. I'm Jeremy from Core Invest Institute. Bye bye.